Hello everyone, I'm going to quickly show you how to upgrade the asset for URP. So if you've installed all of the dependencies and you'll get a bunch of errors referring to something, and you can't really do anything. So first of all, we just simply need to remove these scripts, as these scripts are made for built-in render pipeline. So scripts, instructions, and then set depth of field and just delete it. And don't worry, it will be replaced with an identically named script that is going to have URP settings, so that way you're absolutely sure that no missing scene dependencies, everything will work. We'll still need to make a couple of changes, of course, as URP and built-in are just not exactly the same, but we won't have to do that much. So first of all, we're going to go to Window, Rendering, Render Pipeline Converter, and we're going to upgrade all of the default materials. Initialize and convert. Now this doesn't convert the custom shaders, so you'll get a bunch of errors, which is normal because it can't convert everything. And then next up, what we're going to do is we're going to click here and then upgrade, and you'll see a bunch of new files. So we're going to click import, and there we go. You can clear these now. And then in here we go to scenes, and you'll see these two which will need to be removed manually, unfortunately. And there we go. That will be it. So the scripts we removed are back, but now they're set for URP. Same with the instruction, set depth of field is back as well, but then it's the URP version, because post-processing just doesn't work the same, so the script had to be changed. So now when we go to our scene, so let's go to the main menu one. For example, let's go to 2D view. You already see the character is now properly displaying if you already had a look before. And there we go. So what we'll need to do here is when you go to post-processing, you'll see missing, and that's because URP uses different post-processing. And then just add a new volume. There we go. I'll drag this back to the top, and we'll take the this one. So that's the one I set. You can change the settings to whatever you want, of course. This is just an example. And then go to canvas and settings, and in here in the graphics manager you'll see that everything still is referenced properly, like it should, but now we'll need to drag in the new global volume, and it has to be done like this. URP is just different than built-in render pipeline. There we go. And that was it for the main menu. Then we're going to go to prefab, UI, and then you'll see the default inventory. Let's open it up. And then in here, in the settings panel, you'll see graphics manager missing the same post-processing profile. So we'll need to add a profile here as well. And don't worry, it's going to edit, it's going to manipulate the file in our project. So we'll work across scenes. It just can't do it with a direct project reference. And there we go. All done. And then here, let's make sure we reference that again. Don't worry about the camera, that's all good. Perfect. Then let's head over to our main scene. So let's collab this. There we go. I'm going to turn off the tutorial for now. If you haven't seen it yet, make sure to check it because it explains all of the controls and everything else. There we go. So let's get out of this. It's going to take some time to compile everything and load everything, of course, as yeah, it's loading in all of the new stuff. So now the water is working properly, etc. Materials are adjusted all to work properly in URP. Now post-processing, you'll see the difference straight away. Again, we'll need to do the same thing. So volume, global volume, just drag it to the top and take in the default. There we go. And then we go to main camera, and then here you'll see default. Now one of the things I actually forgot to do, which is not that smart, in the readme you will see add custom tags and layers. Again, if you already have an existing project, just add them manually. They're mentioned here, but this button just does it for a new project, which is recommended anyway, not necessary but recommended, unless you really know what you're doing and at least made a backup of your existing project. Cool. So we'll go to terrain, we'll go to lake, and then we'll see trigger underwater is missing something as well. So here we'll add a volume, we'll set it to local, and then we'll open up our underwater. There we go. Again, change it, the look and feel to whatever you want. Just make sure this is a higher priority. We can already test this out if we actually go to the lake. And well, I'm not sure if it's turned on to work here. No, might not be. Oh yeah, there we go. So this is one major difference compared to built-in render pipeline. We need to set it to default, and now you'll see it will work. So yeah, they're quite different in the way they function. So there we go. And all good here. And then the last changes. So when we go to our shop, for example, you'll see that the action I added is changed. The set data field is now proper. It's the URP one. So no, you don't need to re-add anything. However, you'll need to change the settings to something that will work for you. Depth of field is just really different in URP. So make sure to reference the global volume and do that again. But yeah, change it to values that you'd like. So I don't know. And then here we do, what was it, 5100 is the default, and I think this was quite short, something like this. And the same for the conversation we have with people basically everywhere where we change the depth of field. I think the very first as well. And unfortunately, there's nothing I can do about that. Depth of field, you know, post-processing in general, it's just really different. There we go. So re-reference and re-reference. But yeah, it's just really different in URP. And there we go. A couple of changes like that. I'll just save real quick, and we'll give this a quick go. Not everything, of course. Just want to see if it functions the way it should. There we go. And it doesn't, and that is of course because on the camera another change, post-processing needs to be turned on, and same with anti-aliasing, so it didn't do that in the settings, and that's simply because, you know, URP is just different. You'll see some missing script stuff, which is still remnants of the old post-processing. We can just remove that. But yeah, as you can see, all pretty now, working the way it should. So that's it, everyone. Thank you for watching.